So almost ready to get underway and getting to start, Ryan Nelson. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one. Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
The 1-2.
Ball that's outside.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and one away.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count off to 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Juan Soto now. 1 down, base is empty. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Off the mark there, and a full count now.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there. Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Here's Pete Alonso. Next pitch off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Starling Marte up to hit. Next pitch is downstairs.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
The 2-2. And misses inside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there. And it hits the fence. Coming around third is Soto. He'll score.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Marte on at second with 2 down. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 for the Mets here on the RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in the desert and getting the call here, Griffin Canning. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, He's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today. But when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
That one off the mark, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Got him. One gone here.
Batting second.
Ketel Marte up to the plate.
Ketel Marte.
And there's a ball. Next offering is outside. And that's outside, ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
Pavin Smith digs in now. That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Lindor. Over to McNeil. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. So they make short work of him there. On to the second inning here in the desert. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Mark Vientos.
Mark Vientos.
Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Righty delivers. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The next offering misses. And a count now even up.
2 balls, 2
1 out,
strikes.
base is empty. The next pitch misses. 3-2 now.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That's a walk.
Ball 4.
Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
Batting 8.
And now here's Jeff McNeil. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Not a fast runner on the base pass, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow, because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Two down, nobody on. And it skips in the dirt. stays alive. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Fastball is outside. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Bounce to the right. Marte fires over to first. Third out. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Mets 1 and the Diamondbacks nothing. Back here at Chase Field, bottom of the second. Here's Josh Naylor.
First baseman, Josh Naylor.
Ripped to short. Toss to Alonso. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Slider got him for strike 3.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Now up next for Arizona, Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it across. And Arizona is set down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Arizona. And it remains 1-0. Top half of the third inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Tyrone Taylor.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll get down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order. So the lineup flips over. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The shortstop takes the ball. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Goes down looking. And now it's Juan Soto.
Designated hitter Juan Soto.
One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
There's no way around it. Soto is one of the most exciting players in baseball. His hitting skills are so advanced, you'd think he'd played in Major League Baseball in a different life or something.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Man at second. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Line drive. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Man on second, 2 down. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Base is empty with 2 away. Starling Marte up now for the Mets. The count 2-1.
That's ball 3.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Draws the walk there.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. He's just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Corbin Burns getting loose out there. Ginkel also getting ready. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Next for the Mets, third baseman.
Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Ryan Nelson departs. Not what they were hoping for from the opener, so we'll see a new arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching
Corbin
for the
Burns
Diamondbacks.
on to pitch out of the pen here.
Number 39.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So digging in, Mark Vientos. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. They limit the damage here. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 3-0. As we go
Leading
to the last
off
of the
for
third. Now the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You
fielder,
hit the ball hard,
Alec
but it doesn't
Thomas.
always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Alec Thomas now. Fastball is outside. Late on that fastball.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Marte pulls it down. Two down.
Ninth, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 2-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
2 outs.
Ball 3.
Corbin Carroll on deck for Arizona. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Nimmo makes the catch, and that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to inning number 4. It's the Mets 3 and the Diamondbacks nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Francisco Alvarez. And a swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His second of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Two and one now. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Top half of inning number 4. And that misses. Yeah, that's ball 2.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
3 and 2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you play behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Gurriel handles the chance, and that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the DH, Corbin Carroll.
Designated hitter, Corbin Carroll.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering upstairs. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
That one misses. Nope. So a leadoff walk.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Great flip in there safely. An uncharacteristic mistake from a really good defensive player. First and second, no outs. Pavin Smith getting ready to hit. And that'll load the bases.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there, and foul as it bangs off the fence.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Makes the grab. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 4-1. He's in there.
Well, right there, he's definitely looking for more than just a sac fly with the bases loaded and nobody out, but you'll take it. Now it's up to the guys coming up behind him to pick up the rest of those runners on base.
Eugenio Suarez.
Ripped on a line. He's there. He's got it. Runner tags for home. Applies the tag, and they get two. Double play. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. So they scratch across a run here on no hits, no errors, and a man left. We're headed to the fifth. It's the Mets 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here in the desert, we go to the top of the fifth, and stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. Foul ball. Cut out and miss, struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Pete Alonso now at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Not even close there. And a count 2-1. Ripped, but it curls foul. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And delivers outside. swing and a hard hit grounder to third, but that rolls foul. Hard hit to third. Handles, throws to first, and that takes care of Alonso.
Now batting, right fielder, Starling Marte.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Starling Marte. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
On the ground to the left. Tosses across the first, and the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets, but they lead it 4-1. Back here at Chase Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th, and now the catcher comes up to him, Gabriel Moreno. And that is downstairs. 2-1.
You know, these D-backs just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Still no hits on the board for them, and of course a lot of credit goes to the man on the mound for that, but we've definitely seen some lifeless trips to the plate as well.
It's softly on the ground to third. The throw to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The D-backs hitless so far in the game. That's a little bit low.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Just missing there, and it's 3-2.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Makes the grab for the second out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
This one in the air, center field. Taylor ranging after it. He makes the grab, and that ends the inning.
Now pitching.
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th.
Number 32.
The new pitcher, Brandon Fogg.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
That one fouled off, 2-2. And he beats it. He's safe.
Up next for the Mets, third baseman, Mark Vientos.
So a man aboard. Now it's going to be Mark Vientos. Falling behind 2-1.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Thomas should have this one. Makes the grab, one down.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. In the air, out towards left center. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down. Jeff McNeil will hit
second
next.
Baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Two outs. And a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Check on the runner. And he's back in safely. And that one ripped to left, and it stays fair. Coming home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. The 1-1. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab, 1 away.
Well, that's what he's looking for with the fastball above the zone. A swing and miss or weak contact.
Corbin Carroll.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. This is Corbin Carroll. And that's in the dirt. Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Second baseman.
Here's Ketel Marte. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? If you got some pop, swing for the fences.
And that one pulled foul. Two down, nobody on.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. McNeil gets it to first. They get the out on Marte. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Diamondbacks down quickly, and they trail it 4-1. New inning getting started, and stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And there's a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. That one to first,
Foul.
and that's just foul. And it gets by him. Rips that one to right. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Swinging a foul straight back. Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. His 2-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
Move to first. Taylor dives back in safely.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might...
Runner on the go. Nope. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get in the scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back
New
in
York
a new
Mets.
pitcher here to start the bottom of the
Number
7th.
72.
Daniel Nunez. He's been so good against lefties. So digging in, Pavin Smith. The Diamondbacks in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
Missed with a changeup and a count 2-1.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Got him swinging.
Now batting, the first
And
baseman,
now it's Josh Naylor. 2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Movement in the bullpen. Kodai Senga up and loosening in the pen. Brazoban getting loose as well. One down, base is empty. This one in the air right field. Marte moves under it. Snags it for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman,
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. The D-backs yet to pick up a hit here. And now 2 balls and a strike. Slice down the right side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That's off the mark. Counts full, 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Out to short, Lindor. Slings to first, and that is the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 8th inning coming up. It's the Mets 4 and the Diamondbacks 1.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back, and a new
Diamondbacks.
arm on the mound to start the 8th.
Number
Shelby
18.
Miller.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
First baseman.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Close one, doesn't get the call. 3-1 now. And strike 2.
3-2.
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Here's Starling Marte. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side, and that's a fair ball.
Now batting, left fielder Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now. And a foul ball. That's down and in. The Diamondbacks with some movement in the pen. Jalen Beeks, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Thompson also throwing. Marte at first, one gone. And they'll do it again. In the air, left field. Gurriel handles the chance.
Now batting, third baseman Mark Vientos.
So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
2-2 the count.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Line drive, and that's a base hit to right. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And next for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on, probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one misses. 3-1. Jeff McNeil up next for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
3-1 count, saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Out to short, Perdomo. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mets 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Bottom of the 8th, and here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. And he's now just 5 outs away. He's got a real shot at this thing.
Yeah, Boog, he is rolling just in one of those grooves where he looks pretty unbeatable today.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Daniel Nunez is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Huascar Brazoban. He's into the game with the bases empty. Next to hit for Arizona, Alek Thomas.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Two outs. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And look out, as that one ran in and got him. He had him 1-2, and he ends up hitting him with a pitch. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Thomas off of first with 2 away. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 left for the Diamondbacks, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jalen Beeks.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Jeff McNeil up now for the Mets.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
And that's downstairs and outside. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Kevin Ginkel up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Number 67 warming up as well. That one fouled off, 2-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
And that one is inside. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Siggy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they go quietly there. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. It's the Mets 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Diaz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
3 outs from a no-hitter. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Vientos makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Just 2 more outs to go in this bid for a no-hitter.
And physically, there's probably some fatigue, but mentally, which might be what's most important, he seems as strong now as he's been all game.
I'm sure the adrenaline is fully ramped up at this point as well. And now 2-1.
Can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now. You've got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Here at the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. And now it's going to be Pavin Smith. Next offering way upstairs. Marte stands at first with 1 out. Strike on the inside corner. And it's 3-2.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Swing and a high fly ball deep left field. Going back. He's got it. Runner tagging from first. The throw in. And now the toughest one is left to get. The final out to complete the no-hitter.
Yeah, and not much we can say anymore. Everyone knows what this situation is, and he's so close, Boog, he can taste it.
So they're down to their final out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Naylor. A chance for the no-no right here. That one's in there, and it's 1-2. Runner at second, 2 down. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Swings, and that's a base hit, and he breaks up the no-hitter in the ninth. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's now a 2-run game. So they finally get their first hit in this one, and that puts an end to the combined no-hitter bid.
Yeah, and that combined no-no doesn't have the same prestige as a solo one, but you have to give credit to these pitchers for coming in, putting on a great performance so far, but now all attention goes towards getting a W in this ball game.
Next to hit, Eugenio Suarez.
What do you got?
No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Tying run at the plate. Fouls one off. 2-2. The Diamondbacks down to their final strike. Makes the sliding stop. Fires to first. And what a play. Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.